beautiful viewers. It's your girl TIMALICIOUS, and of course you all know you're watching me from JENTETEH TV channel. Guys, my people, do not forget to subscribe, like, comment and share all the time. The next topic we are going to focus on cruise. Oh my God, this is really trouble in our country. Like it's very serious. So today we are going out there to ask people about why do people smoke, kush, and where did kush come from, and etc. So do not forget to subscribe, like, comment and share all the time. Stay tuned. Which is killing a lot of people, a lot of youths, guy send bakeni, send lamini and everything. So luñ bëgg laaj ñoo ci sa own xalaat yow lan nga fone luta boys or youths are involving themselves in smoking this one kush.
Ok, comme ça laaj bi kon dafa fa ba comme way boy xam naa comme ñoom comme man suma own xalaat yi comme man lu man mën a wax guys si gàkkañ there is no evidence comme there is no mën a xalaat comme anyway comme boy comme dañ ko fil comme di ko tu xam nga lu xam ne ko tu mu lay xam kañ loolu kam amul bi amul benn sens comme ñoom kay seen bëgg daal la nag comme waaw
loolu nga ko gis seen bëgg moo tax ñu ko dee def amul benn
reason si daal parce que yow kañ comme xam nga ñu def ñu Ousmane lañ ñu ñëpp dañ bàyyi suñu yaay ak suñu magi si kër bi so ñu ngay ñëw fii di raba xam nga doo mën a wax comme da nga stress war da nga am stress moo tax nga dem si kuus nii ma tam loolu tam daal si man daal comme amuñ benn racine daal comme gars seen bëgg daal
rek daf la neex rek réew rek
kese moo tax man comme man kañ moom comme nu ko nekk di waxee ku ko comme da nga ko yaaga wax ni comme gars di ko bàyyi di tu kus waaw comme ba léegi still ñu ngi insiste daal léegi moom kañ moom lu ma mën a wax gars yi
léegi yow fan nga fone kus bi foofu la dee jógee ko
kus bi man kañ moom kañ in my own understanding ak kon ñu nekk di wax yàlla wax ñu ne comme daf day jógee sérieux waaye man xaw ma dara si daal loolu lañ wax de dama dee dégg si news bi daal comme foofu la dee jógee daal waaye comme te dama dee dem naa comme def naa research man tamit dugg naa fële YouTube ma def comme fu mu dee jógee ma gis tamit comme sérieux la comme foofu la dee jógee ok waaw.
So ban advice nga amal use yoo xamante ne ñu ngi ko def wala they are involving themselves into this and which is not good loo xamante ne mun na moo rey gaay ban advice nga amal.
dama si biir Yacine Ngom man lu ma mën a wax gaay comme dañ war a jàppale gaay comme ñu bàyyi di wax nii.
comme lañ mën a jàppale gaay.
man kañ mooy ma woon understanding comme da nga yaakaar comme dañu yaakaar di wax ak gaay nii comme ñu bàyyi xam naa still even suñu indee dara sax still gaay du nangoo du ko nag sister kañ man.
Anyways, thank you so much. I need to talk to you with this too. Kamanul mi yalan ko they involve themselves into it. Ikafaje kujama ke mutaje. Iti amra muna na kamani wala youth soul. Hani musol fa ngaka. Ya mira muna na ke fa ngombula ñu ko na ñu. Sinani ke fa mbula hon. Te mo yala say fa no you can lose your life there.
I don't know because some of them maybe stressed wala now come like maybe they are not employed come something like that one like a drug ta wala like a pizza wala like a kusinta
But do you think the things that you mentioned is necessary for someone to go and kill yourself?
Because it is a life risk because of you are not employed or because of you are stressed it is a life risk over this one kus because anywhere or anytime you take in ngamwe ka ko move far because I mo jamala fa so why ibela lifestyle ba risk because stress wala may employ wala na friend tar back way I also must go so why are you taking it doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's senseless for me.
So in your own thought also, where do you think this kus is coming from? In the Gambia or outside the Gambia? In your own thought?
Because nte ya miracle mama kus abota Gambia ja fabota Gambia jano no one knows so man fabota outside the bank fabota Gambia ja bangano ko kus is not from Gambia here maybe it's from outside akaba outside I na Gambia so maybe it's from outside not Gambia.
Now what advice do you have for the youths out there mulyalanko yakala already they lose their life and mulyalanko they are trying to do it wala mulyalanko ya attempt the first time but the man far but maybe they have some issues with themselves. What advice do you have for the youth, the younger generation that are coming up?
The only remedies to it is that let them stop taking in kus because I don't see any importance in it. It doesn't have any advantage there. Let them stop it because you don't know how move far. Even though you book far, but it might damage something in your body. So let them stop it because taking in course doesn't mean that what you want or what you are yearning for, you will get it. So I don't know why are they taking it. Let them stop it, please, because course came on.
Thank you so very much. Okay.
And also, some of the people that are involved in the smoking is because of the stress and others.
Okay.
And also, the parental control in the country is very, very bad. Okay, when you see the other side of the maybe like the forces like the DLEA and the police and the likes, they are not, working to expectations. I think it would be wise, for such, sectors to go in for the people that are dealing with the high barons. That are the people that are bringing these stuffs, into the countries to make sure that they hunt them and brought them down before this thing will get rampant in the system.
Very good. Thank you so much. But what I'm trying to say is the things that you've mentioned, like on unemployment and other stuff, do you think those things are necessary for someone to go in for something that will take your life?
What do you mean? What I meant to say is that if we have a rate of unemployment in our country, a high rate of unemployment,
okay,
if people realize that selling drugs and others could give them something that they could meet or they could put meals on table, they will choose to do so. So if you want such things to be minimized in your country, I believe the country should make sure that the youths within the age of 20 going down to 35 are being employed and being sent to schools, that more vocational sectors have been opened, even though you do not do well in the school or in academic, but you'll be able to make well in other vocational aspects. Yeah, and so No, it's okay.
Okay. And where do you think this cruise is coming from in your own term?
This cruise, I heard that most of it comes from Celerion. Yeah, so it doubts me. And if you can see the number of foreigners that we have in this country is too much. So you see, and most of them realize that when we go to other countries, like the country that do not belong to myself, I can do any kind of silly jobs there. I can do any kind of mess up things, just to have money. It's just like our brothers in other Western countries who feel like, okay, I'm here, I do not have a job, so what do I have to choose to do? Is to sell drugs, and at least keep up myself before I get a correct job. But once they have a correct job, what do you expect? They quit from the field. So if a state wanted to make sure that drugs are free in the country, I think it would be necessary for them to advocate so many parts where youths will be involved, and that so many street side activities and others will be minimized.
So do you think government have a hand in this, in importing this in our country,
if I can say it, both the central government and local government as well also have the hands. Because for any state that you see in this country, being it a developed or a developing country, for the citizen to realize their value, the government, the central government and both the local government has to participate. To participate in such a way that they need to create things. They create opportunities to people, to the youth of the nations. But now, take an example. From the time when I graduated from school until this time, and the number of people that graduate as well, how many people do graduate with good marks, and then yet still they are sitting. So their parents have paid a lot of money for them at school. So during those days, and they expect upon their graduation to be something. For them to be somebody's responsible and bring some things back home, like how they have spent it for them in the past. But come on, you only be in this country, you realize that somebody been to school and the person is clever, he's tough, But for the person to realize his or her value in the country is a very, very, very complicated situation in this country. I love the Gambia, I'm a Gambian, and I'll not say anything bad about the Gambia, but I believe, how the situations are going as for now, they are very, very horrible, and people need to do something about it. Otherwise, we'll be moving into the frying part. Or we'll move from the frying part to the fire. Because before you get to me, I was just having a look of, Sam Weldo and the likes of Charles Taylor and the others. All because of this brutality in Liberia and other countries is because of the rate of unemployment, corruption, nepotism, and the likes. You see, for example, I'll go to school, you go to school, we all graduate, you go to college, we got no idea how our parents finance us. But at the end of the day, you realize that you will be employed, even though that my GP is more greater than you. Huh? So how did you expect, somebody like myself to keep that faith, and live with it while you are putting on your course, you're living in a good office, you are paying good, all kind of benefit you are receiving from a company or from the public corporations. The next minute I graduate with good GP and I couldn't have, things like that. this is something very, very crazy. So I mean, both the central government, the local government, the companies, being it private or public, all need to work in glove because this country is so very bad.
We had this together. So our final question will be, what advice do you have for the youths out there, especially the ones that intend to smoke these schools? We have already, there are some people out there that already tried and they lose their life. You understand? And there are some people also that tried, but they are lucky enough they did not die. So what advice do you have for the upcoming ones, or the ones that have intention to smoke these schools and they know that last they may lose their life? What advice do you have for them?
Okay, my advice will be in two forms. I will advise the youth, the ghetto youth, like my class, like my mates. Because, okay, to be professional enough and to give you the information, in which, they will serve as a guidelines or to help. I will tell you that I myself, I smoke, to be candid, but I do not smoke coos. You understand? Because I see the disadvantage that coos has, given out. And I also heard about the way coos been processed, so that also made me hate it. You got it? So, but to advise my ghetto brothers, I will say to it that, I believe it is good for a ghetto youth to be focused so much so that even though that you are a smoker or you are a drunkard or whatsoever that you involve in, is personal. That should not have to deprive you or stop you from being, somebody, responsible. I smoke just like I tell you. I do some other things which that other people or the society do not appreciate it. But still, I put myself in, to be on track. Like I can tell you, since then I graduate from school, I make sure that, I love Jeto. But no matter how I love Jeto, I need to give myself time to go to school. So from that point, I can realize that, even though that I'm not grateful as of now, I do not have big position at my job. But I can tell you, alhamdulillah, since my graduation up to date, I have an impact. Yeah, I see an impact on my.
Which is very.
Because of how I put myself, I try for my brother to give me a scholarship. Then I go for CAT level. From there, I realize that the cost is high. Then I have to go to Gambia College, but I have to trap a job at somewhere else. Whereas the salary is not that much, but at least 3,000. I'll be chattering some for my school fees and I'll be chattering some for my transport and the likes. So over the period of 3 months, I've been able to achieve an advanced diploma. So while working with a company, and as I'm speaking to you right now, I'll say alhamdulillah, I'm an assistant manager to a depot of one company, Oryx.
Do you know that you are brave?
Pardon?
Do you know that you are brave?
No, not actually, just trying to be. I wanted to be like those men out there, those people that are having, reputable values, and I also wanted to be a good citizen from our country, like any other person. And I also wish, to see all young boys, who are into football, who are into vocational work, who are into what.